Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Ayana McCoy here. I am an indie author, and today's video I'm going to be reading my old fan fiction that is still up on Wattpad. This is part 8. This is part 8, so we're almost done. There's 2 more parts until this whole series is over. I just wanted to finish the series because I started it out a few years ago, and I don't know, I'm just having a fun time reading my old crappy story I wrote when I was like 13. But yeah, anyway, and let's get started. Okay, a mini recap before we continue on. So this is a Jim and Jungkook fan fiction. Please go watch the previous videos if you haven't seen this at all. Like, yeah, because none of this will make sense if you don't. But Haerin and Jimin are engaged. It was a whole proposal thing. That's the last thing we left off. So we're starting back from there, and we're now in Hana's POV, which is the other lady character who is going to be with Jungkook. So let's get on to reading. Yay! Hana's POV, like I said. Today, Haerin was very happy and officially engaged. Look at this ring. Isn't it gorgeous, she said. She was smiling bigger than I ever saw her smile. It must be amazing to be in love like that. In my case, Jungkook and I haven't been dating for that long. I was happy with him, but I wasn't sure if we were in love like Haerin and Jimin were. Maybe we'll get there one day. How are things going with Jungkook? Haerin suddenly asked. Everything's great. We're actually going on a date later, I answered with a smile on my face. Jungkook said something about taking me to the beach, and I had the perfect swimsuit. I couldn't wait. Time skip. Jungkook and I met up at a cafe close to the hotel. When I saw him, I remembered that it was his birthday today. Oh, I should buy you something, I said. It's your birthday. You don't have to do that, Jungkook said. I don't need anything. I frowned. He didn't want a present, but I felt like I needed to do something for his birthday. I just had to figure out what. I want to do something for you. Don't you want anything from me? I asked. Jungkook leaned into his chair to think of something. How about you sing a song for me? Jungkook said. I really like your voice. I blushed. No way, I'm not singing again. Jungkook pouted. My girlfriend can't even sing me a song for my birthday? How sad. Jungkook said loudly. He said it loud enough for everyone in the cafe to hear. I got embarrassed at the word girlfriend. The waiter came up to us with a friendly smile. I couldn't help but hear that you wanted to sing, she said. We haven't had anyone perform here in months. She pointed towards the small stage they had. It was by itself and no one was sitting close to it. Jungkook smiled at me. It's fine, Ohana. You have to sing for me, Jungkook urged. Jesus Christ. Everyone in the cafe smiled at me. I really didn't want to sing, but with all these people urging me to do it, I had no choice. I stood up from my seat. I'm only doing this for your birthday, I said as the waiter led me up to the stage. Everyone started to clap and cheer me on. I chose to sing a soft ballad. As I stood on the little stage, I closed my eyes until the music started. This was a song I wrote when I was bored one day. The song began with everyone had their attention on me. I looked at Jungkook as I sung. Can I read right now? Should I read these lyrics? Okay, let's do it. Feels like I'm dreaming. A dream doesn't fit me. Now stop. I don't want to be hurt anymore. No matter what others say, I'm pitiful but precious. Now stop. I want to be happy now. I don't want to cry. I don't want to be weak. For you, the one person who will love me the way I am. As always, even if I'm left alone again. This time I really want to be your dream too. I don't want to cry. I don't want to be weak. For you, the person who will love me the way that I am. I don't want to cry. I don't want to break down someday when I meet you. I want to shed tears of joy. I know I'm not singing it right because this is actually an actual song that I added from a Korean drama, but I don't know. I don't care. But let's keep reading. Let's get this over with. He smiled at me and I couldn't help but smile back. I sang a song that was a little sad. I was happy that I was singing it. This was way different from playing the violin. I felt like I could never get bored of singing like I do when I play the violin. Girl, you just didn't want to sing again before. Bye. When the song was over, everyone applauded me. I got off the stage, and Jungkook was there to hug me. He wrapped his arms around my waist, and I smiled. You have the most beautiful voice ever, Jungkook complimented. Later, Jungkook and I were out at the beach. We were laying on a blanket in the sand and looking up at the stars. We enjoyed each other's company in comfortable silence. I turned my head over to look at Jungkook. He was still in his own world, looking up at the sky. His childish smile was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I couldn't identify the feelings that I had. I couldn't call it love since we didn't know each other long enough, but it was something more than just liking him. Aren't the stars beautiful? Jungkook said, looking at me. Yes, there's so many of them too, I said, smiling at him. Jungkook looked back up at the stars, and so did I. Suddenly, a shooting star sped past. A shooting star, make a wish, Jungkook said excitedly. I closed my eyes and made a wish. There was only one thing that I wanted. Hana, what did you wish for? Jungkook asked, sitting up. I got up and smiled. My wish was to stay like this forever. I answered, I want to be happy like this with you for as long as possible. Jungkook grinned. You've got to stop doing that. I was confused. Stop doing what? Saying things that make me want to kiss you. Ow! Jungkook whispered. I felt my face heat up in embarrassment. I wanted him to kiss me. Then why don't you just kiss me? I said shyly. Jungkook pulled me close to him and smiled before kissing me softly. When he kissed me again, it was more passionate. He took my breath away and I couldn't move. Jungkook licked his hands with mine and I could hear my heart pounding my ears. When we pulled away from the kiss, we both smiled. I could tell Jungkook was embarrassed because his ears were red. I found it cute. I was so happy I couldn't think of anything else. There was also something in me that thought this moment was too happy. I've heard that when moments are too good, they'll soon come to an end. Hopefully that isn't true. Girl, what is she, pessimistic or something? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That was chapter Ambition. Now we're going on chapter Tour Times is what it's called. And it's in Hayren's POV, so we get back, oh my gosh, after their little vacation and like the whole proposal. So let's move on. Hayren's POV. The vacation was over and reality came back quickly. Just a few minutes ago, Jimin told me he was going on tour. I was cooking dinner, trying to take my mind off of that thought. I knew they were going to have a tour soon, but I still will miss Jimin a lot. What are you making? Jimin asked, hugging me from behind. I smiled. I'm just making something simple, I said. When do you leave for the tour? Jimin hesitated to answer, but it must be sooner than I thought it would be. I have to leave tomorrow. It was way sooner than I thought. That meant I only had tonight until I wouldn't see him for a while. We should do something before you go. I know we'll have to do it tonight, though. Jimin smiled wildly. I have an idea. Let's eat and then I'll surprise you, he said. Jimin and I finished cooking together and we quickly ate. By the time we were done, it was 9 p.m. Jimin was taking me somewhere, but I had no idea where. Every time I asked, he would just say, you'll see. After a while, we were both standing in front of a building where Jimin would always dance in. Back in junior high, Jimin and I would go to that place to dance. I wasn't really a great dancer, so I would watch him dance most of the time. Sometimes he would teach me to dance. This was also a place where I realized I had feelings for Jimin. There were so many memories in that place. Let's go inside, Jimin said, taking my hand. We both walked into the building. Since it was late, it was somewhat empty. Jimin and I went to the room we always dance in. Jimin smiled as he pulled me close to a dancing position. Guys, I'm going through something, can you tell? Oh, you want to slow dance? I said with a smirk. I want you close to me, Jimin flirted. We danced slowly at first. It was funny how we could dance without any music playing. We both were just too into each other to notice. We danced like this for a long time, just silently enjoying each other's company. At this moment, I could say that I was the luckiest girl in the world. Tonight was the first night I would be meeting Jungkook's mom. I was really nervous, of course. I had to make a good first impression. You'll be fine, Hana. My mom will love you, he said, hugging me from behind. I tensed up. I still wasn't used to Jungkook being this close. I doubt I would ever get used to it. You sure I won't mess anything up, I asked. Turn around and hug him back. I'm completely sure. Hearing Jungkook said that made me feel much better. I was less nervous now. Ooh, at dinner, Jungkook's mom showed up a little late. She saw me and looked surprised. So this is your girlfriend? And here I thought you would have ended up with Hayren, she said with a giggle. I was stunned by what she said, and so was Jungkook. No, Mom, I don't like Hayren, Jungkook said. After that, I felt a bit awkward. Jungkook and his mom started talking about a lot of things. I was quietly listening to them until his mom mentioned something about a tour. When are you going to leave for your world tour? she asked. I gave Jungkook a questioning look. I had no idea he was going on a world tour. Jungkook never said anything about it. What tour, I asked. You didn't know? His mom said. Well, you two can talk about that later. After an hour or maybe longer, Jungkook was taking me home. When I got to my doorstep, I had to say something. Why didn't you tell me anything about going on tour? I asked. Jungkook nervously ran his fingers through his hair. I don't know when I should have told you, Jungkook explained. Aside, when do you leave? Jungkook hesitated. It must have been soon for him to get nervous all of a sudden. I leave tomorrow morning. Jungkook, that's actually messed up because at least Jimin told Harin ahead of time. Okay, anyway, here we go. We're literally at the end. We literally have a minute left. In the morning, I was still upset about Jungkook not telling me anything. I wasn't going to see Jungkook off at the airport, but I found myself standing at the airport where Jungkook could have gone. Hopefully the plane wasn't leaving yet. I never noticed how huge the airport was until now. I went around the entire building looking for him. Suddenly, I saw Jungkook just about to walk where the plane would be. He saw me, and I could tell he was relieved that I showed up. I smiled and ran to him. I jumped into his arms, and he held me close. I'm sorry I was so mad. I apologize. I wish we had more time. It's a typo. Don't apologize. It was my fault for telling you so late, Jungkook said, still holding me close. Make sure you eat healthily and get enough rest. It was announced the plane would be leaving in 1 minute. Jungkook pulled away from the hug and gave me a quick kiss on my lips. Sorry. He then had to leave. I was happy I made it in just enough to see him off. I went back home with a smile. I'm tired, guys. Okay, so that was the end of the things this part. We only have 4 more chapters left before this whole thing is done. So it'll be another part at some point, and then the last part at another point. So the next chapter is Confusion. Sarani returns. So if you haven't known, Sarani was a character that was trying to steal Jimin away. But she returns. So we'll see what happens with that. And it's starting off with Harin's POV. But that is it for this video for now. So, yeah. Well, guys, that is it for this video. I hope anybody who is watching this enjoys these videos because honestly, I'm having fun making them. Even though sometimes when I film, I'm like so tired. But just reading something like my old writing is just fun to see how I used to write and how horrible the story Loki is and how the pacing is crazy. But yeah, I don't know, I'm having fun. I can't wait for the series to be over though, because then I can move on to other things. And again, guys, if there's anything you guys want me to read or talk about or anything, I'm definitely trying to improve on my video stuff. Like these ones probably won't show any improvement anytime soon because it's about to end, but next reading videos will be a little bit better than this because I want to write a whole script and do all these things. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I think we can make that goal because we're getting so close. We're at like 860 something. But yeah, guys, thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next video.